I'm Dr. Maureen Craig, leading your yoga class tonight. And we have a lovely practice focused first on the breath, letting go of a little bit of tension, and then we're going to flow through a variety of fun poses. Begin by coming in your chair. We're going to use a chair tonight and some optional weights around 1 or 2 pounds. Make sure you have a sticky mat underneath your chair or a surface that has good traction. You can have bare feet or your feet in tennis shoes. Again, that's all for good traction in our postures. Then when you're ready, come into a seated posture on your chair, and you may rest against the back of the chair for the meditation, or you can use a more upright spine. Take a moment to feel the weight of your body resting in the chair. And then draw your shoulders into a little bit of a roll and settle as you lengthen your spine. Take a big breath in and slowly exhale. As you take another full breath in, just really feel in the tissue of the lungs. The breath blowing through your body almost like a breeze blowing through a loosely woven linen cloth. Exhaling now. Big breaths. Inhale fully. Exhale completely, slowly, all the way to the bottom, letting go of a bit of tension. Another breath in, and an exhale. As you continue this breathing a little fuller, take a moment to reflect briefly on your day. And then think about the energy that you're holding in your body and just feel into that. Sometimes we find echoes of our day's experience in our body. If you're noticing that, just with kindness, breathe into those areas. And see if you can let go of a bit of tension. Scanning through the physical body. Noting any area that might need a little kindness tonight. Another full breath in and transitioning now to the emotional body. The felt sense over the heart, the abdomen. And whatever you're finding, bringing a sense of kindness, acceptance, a yes, a willingness to be present with what is here. Perhaps even whispering those words, welcome home to this moment of your life. And then as you move to setting an intention, choosing a word for your intention that has a bit of a feeling tone. A feeling tone that you're wanting to invite into your practice this evening. Perhaps peace or progress, connection, whatever is right for you. And sensing that and where it resides in the body. Once more, lengthen through the spine, tailbone to crown, and then slowly drop your chin towards your chest as you lengthen out the back of the neck. Pausing anywhere where your body needs a little more attention. Roll your shoulders forward up towards the ears. Slowly let them come down the back. Do a few of those shoulder rolls, or you can just bring your shoulders up to your ears and then back down. Just let them work a little bit there. Getting a good sense of your shoulders. And when you're ready, bring your hands together. Press the palms of the hands together, bringing an equalization of the pressure on the palms. And drop your wrists so that they're about at the level of the elbows, getting a little bit of a forearm stretch as you do so. Inhale into the back body as you bring your elbows together. Exhale, palms down. As you inhale, you can bloom a lotus here. Exhale, palms down. Let those breaths be big. Exhale down. This time as we come up, we'll open our arms into cactus. Draw the shoulder blades back and together. Exhale, together and down. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, down. Once more, lift and open, shoulder blades together. Exhale, down. Then reach your arms out long, like into a T. Activate the energy in your body. Let's dip our thumbs down, and then just like you're doing an upside down U, just draw with your thumbs that U and squeeze the shoulder blades as you come back. Now, not higher than the level of the shoulders, just keeping it here. Better to bring them down, if anything, rather than higher. Beautiful. Then take and grab onto the base of the chair with one hand, lengthen, and slowly lean away from that side so the neck gets a little bit of a side stretch. Inhale and switch sides, grabbing the base of the chair, lengthen, and side stretch. Beautiful. Now we'll take a Ganesh Mudra. This is where you interlace your fingers together and pulling. So you'll feel the back body activated, nice strong on the hands and the arms. And as you pull, bring your shoulders slowly, your elbows slowly down. When you get to the bottom, place your hand on the inside of the knee. Feel the spine revolve. Gentle. No need to go firmly into this, just whatever feels good. Coming back through center, now flip the grip and exhale, slowly feeling those shoulder blades come down the back as you pull and lower those elbows. Drop the hand on the inside of the knee and gentle revolution. Okay, take it again to the other side. Exhale here. And revolve. Inhale back to the center and exhale, revolve. Bring your hands to your knees and then take your spine and just bring the heart up first. Your gaze might come up just a bit. And then on the exhale, push the spine back. Call this a cat-cow movement, so lifting the heart, letting the tailbone stick out. Exhale, push the small of the back out behind you. Draw the navel to spine. Back and forth a few times, getting a good stretch in the back. Inhaling as you lift the heart, and exhaling as you push the spine back. And then gently walk your hands to one thigh and take a little bit of a twist here. Now you don't want to pull on the body, you want to just enjoy the twist or even use the muscles of the body to produce the twist. You can do that by keeping your arms in cactus. Inhale through center and then take it to the other side. Very good. Now check in with your upper body, how it's feeling. And we're going to move on to our next phase. So coming forward just a little bit, plant your heels, spread your toes. We're going to, you can use your hands to push off your chair if you'd like. We're going to come up to a stand. So push into the heels and squeeze the glutes coming up to a stand. And we're going to practice this a couple times. You can have your hands up or out in cactus or behind you, whatever works for you. Sitting back down, squeeze it up. Sitting down and take your pace and breathe with it and lift. You don't have to go all the way down. You can just go part way down too and then lift. We're helping build strength into these muscles that help us keep our balance and our sturdiness. Now you might say, you know, it's really hard for me at the bottom of this. Well, that's probably the area where we need to practice, right? Those areas that seem a little more challenging. So you choose what area you want to stay in here as you're working with that. Keep your knees directly over the ankles as you come up and down. Breathing. Exhale. Big breath here. And drop in. And exhale. Breathe again. We'll do 2 more. 1 more. Very good. Releasing. Okay. Now we'll come to the side of our chair. So turn your chair to a position where you're facing the seat of the chair, and you have a little room on either side for your footing. Okay? And we're going to start here with a chair dog. So placing your hands on the back of the chair, slowly walk your feet away until your ears kind of come between your biceps and your tailbone lengthens out behind you. This is called a chair dog. It's similar to downward facing dog, but done with a chair. Take a moment to notice the back of the legs, the hamstrings. Can you lift them just a little bit so the tailbone goes up and you lengthen the back of the legs? And this should feel really good actually in both the arms and the back. Breathe here, a big breath into the belly. Exhale, squeeze the navel up and in. 1 more of those cleansing breaths. And exhale. Beautiful. Now we'll come forward and get a little bit of a stretch on the leg. So bring your right foot forward on the outside. Bring the left foot back. And we're just going to roll the base of the foot. So you're getting a bit of a sole stretch here. Up and down. Let yourself sink with the heart, the hips sink with the heart lifted. And then draw that front hip back and fold. Okay, roll through the sole of the foot. Sink the hips, lift the heart. Hands are on the seat of the chair. Exhale, draw the hip back and slowly fold the heart towards the chair. And then switching to the other leg, bringing the right leg back, the left leg comes alongside the chair. First, roll the sole of the chair foot, so coming up onto the ball of the foot and down towards the heel. And the weight of the body here on the back foot is coming from heel right through the great toe. Just stretching that sole of the foot. Then sink your hips, lift your heart. And then draw that hip back and float the heart down. 1 more time, roll the sole. Let the feet get a little stretched out. We've been in shoes all day. Sink the hips, lift the heart. And then draw the hips back and fold. Keep just a micro bend there as you're stretching out the back of that front leg. Very good. Okay, now we're going to come into what's called a balanced table. So we're going to have our feet just a little ways away from the chair, and our hands will be on the seat of the chair. Okay? You want your table, which is your back, to be nice and flat. So feel the tailbone to crown, reaching out, and then push your right heel behind you, like the extension of your spine. Try and level up the hips. This in itself is a very powerful pose, helping strengthen the back. Option is to add that left thumb to the sky. Keep your spine long, especially your neck. Your gaze is down. Find your breath here. Breathing in with a little lift. Exhale, navel in. Breathe with a lift. Exhale, navel in. Breathe it in. Exhale, bring your elbow and knee together if that works for you. Arching your spine up. Inhale out. Exhale, bring them in. Inhale out. 1 more time, bring them in. Reach them out. Now bring your left hand down to the chair, bend the right knee, kick that right knee up like as in donkey kicks. Getting a little glute activation here. And then draw some circles with the knee. Switch direction. And bring that foot back down to the mat. Cleansing breath. We're going to go ahead and switch sides. Push that left heel back like it's an extension of the spine. Option to bring the other thumb forward, breathing and keeping the hips level. Feel a little lift in the arm and the leg as you breathe in. Exhale, lengthen. Another breath. Exhale, bring the elbow and knee together as you arch up and reach it out. Exhale in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale in. Inhale, lengthen. Bring the right hand down, bend the knee, and donkey kick. Getting that glute activation there on the left. Taking 4 or 5 of those, and then draw some circles with the knee, and switch direction. And bring that foot back down to the mat, cleansing breath. Soften the knees, and come back to standing. All right, that exercise is one of the most important when it comes to strengthening your back and helping keep your back safe. We're going to now move into our balance posture. I'm setting the chair on the side and just placing my hand on there for as much support as I need during balance. We're going to come into a floating star with a curtsy squat. So standing next to your chair, option to place your hand on the chair and then find a focus point for yourself. We'll start by lifting the one knee, bringing all the weight into the other heel. Come out into your balanced star, and then drop that foot behind you, coming into your curtsy squat. Lift the knee back up, out into star. Exhale, curtsy squat. Inhale, lift the knee up. Just keep your hand on the chair at any point or throughout the practice as you're doing this. And exhale, curtsy squat. One more time. Lift it up. Inhale it out. Exhale, curtsy squat. And release. Okay, now let's take those moves on the other side. Coming to the side of the chair, having just a little bit of support for that hand can increase your balance and let you work more on the strengthening. So don't let yourself be in a completely unstable position. It's better that you work with stability and let the strengthening happen. As you strengthen, your balance becomes better. Okay? So keeping weight in one foot, lift the other leg. The outside leg is lifted. Open up into your floating star. Exhale, curtsy squat. Inhale, lift the knee out to your floating star, and then a curtsy squat. And again. And exhale, curtsy. One more time. And exhale, curtsy. I think we have one more in us, don't we, to match it up to the other side? And then coming to standing. Take a moment to shake out your legs, especially if you have any tension building up in the muscles. That's a good thing to do. Okay, I think we're ready to participate with a little bit of flow here. All right, so we're going to come into a runner's lunge and a pyramid. So bring the chair so it's just with its back feet behind the mat, so you have a little room in front of the chair to work with your feet. Your hands can be on the chair, and you'll bring your one foot in front of the chair. 2 lanes of traffic. And we'll start in a runner's lunge here with the heart lifted, both hands on the chair. sinking your hips, keeping that front knee right over the ankle. Feel a little lift there. And the counter pose to this is drawing the hip back, little micro bend in the knee, and slowly floating the heart down. Now keep an active back. That helps a little more ask from the hamstring. Breathing with that stretch. And then inhale into your lunge position. Exhale back. Back and forth here a few times as you're working this side of your leg. And exhale. One more time into the lunge. Draw it back for exhale. And then as you come into the lunge, leave the knee right over the ankle. And we're going to take a little twist here. So you can bring your, we're first going to bring our right hand, or the side that the leg is forward, bring that hand down to the chair and take the other hand to the back of the thigh. Rotate that shoulder open. So a little adding of a twist here. And then we're going to twist the other way. So bringing your hand or your elbow down. Keep that knee directly over the ankle. We don't want it sweeping out to the side. Stack your shoulders. Keep the back heel lifted and into your dragonfly twist. And I feel that stretch in the outer hip here in the back body. Breathing. And release. Okay. Use your hands on the chair to help you lift back up to standing. And we're going to come to the other side and take those same moves on this side. So stepping forward with the foot that's in front of the chair, and then the other foot comes back. Okay? Hands on the chair, starting in our runner's lunge. The heart be lifted, the hips are sinking a bit, and don't go beyond the ankle. Keep that knee in front, right over the ankle. You can push the feet apart a little bit. That is a good feeling and helps strengthen up the legs. When you're ready, launch that front hip back. Keep the back active and the heart floats down. Inhale forward. Exhale, draw it back into that pyramid posture. 2 or 3 times here, breathing with the stretch. And exhale. And exhale back. Now we're going to add the twist. So keep the same knee that is forward, right over the ankle, plant the hand, take the other hand to the thigh, rotate that shoulder back, so you open the heart to the side where the leg is back. And then bring that elbow down, and we're going to rotate towards that front knee, lifting and stacking the shoulders. Dragonfly twist. 2 or 3 breaths here. And then bring your hands down and release yourself from that posture. Take a moment to shake out the legs if they're building any tension. We want them to be comfortable, feet comfortable, legs comfortable, and the arms comfortable. All right, our next posture, we're going to be working towards Warrior One. We're going to come through the lunge and then to Warrior One. So we'll leave our chair on this side and we'll begin again with that foot in front and the other foot back. The heel is lifted in your lunge position. So starting in your lunge here, letting the hips sink a little bit, and then take a moment to notice your arm. You can bring your arm straight up, but that isn't comfortable for everybody. So think about also cactus arms as an option. For some people, they may prefer to reach the hand back. So you choose how you want to work with your hand, and one hand can be on the chair for support. Taking 2 or 3 breaths here. Take a moment to really draw that lower abdomen in to support the low spine. After your third breath, take the back toes and tip them out to about 2 o'clock so the heel can come down. This will sturdy up your footing so you can spread your feet apart with quite a bit of strength for our warrior one. Now you can still keep your hand on the chair, but you might feel comfortable bringing your arms into cactus. Elbows no higher than the shoulders. Lift the heart a little. And then wrap your arms in a hug. Option to lift the elbows a little and feel that stretch in the back. Inhale, open to cactus. Exhale, wrap the other arm on top and lift the elbows. Inhale back to cactus. Bring attention to the low belly. 2 or 3 breaths here. Draw it in and up. The last one, draw the hands behind you and down. Lift the heart and exhale. And release. Go ahead and shake out the leg on this side as we move the chair to the other side of the mat, and we'll take these postures on the other side. Go ahead and step that foot forward in your lunge, keeping that knee directly over the ankle, and taking a moment to find a degree of comfort there in your 2 lanes of traffic. Option of lifting the arm in cactus or straight up into your warrior one position. When you're ready, place the back toes off to 10 o'clock on this side. And then bringing that arm into cactus or straight up, temple fingers, any of that is possible. I'm going to choose cactus arms tonight. Feeling that lifted heart. Exhale into the hug. Feel the breath in the back body. Inhale, open. Exhale, wrap. Inhale, open. Hands can go down behind the sacrum and lift the heart, stretch across the collarbones. And then release, freeing yourself up from our warrior one posture. And now we'll turn our chair around so that the seat of the chair is facing us and the back feet are just over the edge of the mat. We're going to come into our warrior two poses. And I'm actually going to switch and put the back of the chair facing me because most people are a little bit taller in their warrior two poses, so I think the back of the chair will work better here. Let's begin by straddling our feet out as wide as is comfortable. Put your heels out a little wider than your toes. And we'll start by squeezing our glutes to open up the front of the hips and just lift the heart and breathe here. Option to bring your hands behind your back again, lifting the heart. Then place your hands on the back of the chair, turn towards your toes, and bring them to the short edge of the mat as you sink into this warrior two posture. So the back toes are going to be pointing out to the long edge of the mat, and they're pretty much in one lane of traffic, okay? Use that chair to help keep you stable and steady, okay? Warrior two, your option is to bring your arms out parallel to the earth. That could be one arm or both. Let the shoulders soften away from the ears. And check in with that front knee. You want it right over the ankle, not drifting in or out. Taking 2 or 3 breaths here and just feel the breath in the low belly. Let that exhale bring it in and up. And then the front palm floated up and come back into your reverse warrior. Again, hand can be on the chair if you wish. Draw the back kneecap up a bit. Keep engaging the low belly to keep the spine safe. After your third breath, return to warrior two. We're just coming through warrior two very briefly as we draw that front hip back, okay? We're coming into our triangle posture. So a micro bend in that knee, let the body float out and then down, and stack your shoulders, okay? You can keep the top hand on the chair or lift it up to the sky. 2 or 3 breaths here. Keep drawing that front hip back. Good stretch in the hamstring. Float with control back to warrior two. A breath there and release. Bring yourself back into standing. Take a cleansing breath and we'll take these moves on the other side. Heel toe back out into a full straddle. Take the other toes, face the short edge of the mat. Slowly lengthening down into your warrior two posture. Breathing with that. Draw the navel in and up. The front palm floats up. Slowly coming back, keep a strong abdomen so the spine stays safe in your peaceful warrior. Peaceful warrior. 2 or 3 breaths here. Keep the footing pushing away from each other as you return to warrior two. Then begin to draw that hip back, straightening the front knee. Float those arms forward and drop into your triangle posture. Remember, you can always place your hand on the chair as an option. With control now, exhale as you return to your warrior two. And bring the hands to the chair and step back to your standing or mountain posture. Beautiful. How does that feel? Those are powerful poses. So we can always practice them at any time to cause a little more strengthening and challenge with our legs. I'm turning the chair around now. The seat is facing me. We're going to take a straddle fold twist. So bring your hands to the seat of the chair and slowly walk your feet apart, again to that full straddle, about 1 leg's length. Start to lift the tailbone. As you fold yourself down to the chair, keep lifting up the back of the legs. Let the tailbone stick out behind you. You can stay with your head on the seat of the chair, or you can slowly bring your hand over to one leg or the other. Keep a little micro bend in that knee as you draw your heart towards that knee, intensifying the stretch on that side. Use the exhales to surf the stretch, always backing away from anything that's uncomfortable or painful, and enjoying these stretches. Slowly walk yourself over to the other leg. Use the chair for support. Moving slow is always more comfortable on the joints. Again, a little micro bend in the knee, and draw your heart towards that knee as you lift the hip on that side. 2 or 3 breaths here as you're stretching out the back of that leg. Slowly coming back into center. Heel toe the feet back together. And come to your mountain again. Okay. Now we'll set our chair out here to the side with the back feet of the chair just behind the mat. And we're going to come into a little work in a squat. Okay? And this is a time when you can use your weights if you would like to. You do not have to, but just 1 pound maybe, or 2 for some people, or you might use one of those little half-liter water bottles in each hand. That would work as well. So we're going to have our toes pointing out just to the degree that's comfortable for you in your squat, okay? So you don't want the knees coming in, you want them right over the ankles, and each of us have our hips inserted at just a little different position. So figure out what that is for you. In this position, you don't want the heart far forward. You want it right over the spine. And again, feel free to keep one hand on the chair if that's helpful for you. We'll start out with our arms active, not higher than the shoulders. You can bring them down just a little bit, and let's put them out with the weights facing forward. And we'll just lower into our squat, feeling the low end of our squat. Strengthening here, pushing the heels apart and breathing. Staying low in the squat. Do you feel almost that little bit of burn in those thighs? And we'll distract ourselves by pushing our hands back, squeezing the shoulder blades together. If you need a break, feel free to squeeze up and then come right back down. Okay, now put the hands forward. Continue to squeeze those shoulder blades. And release up. Cleansing breath. Bring the hands into cactus. Drop into your squat. Elbows together and open. Breathe with it. Now drop the arms and elbows in. Up and in. 2 more. And squeeze it up. Shake those legs out a little bit, letting go of any tension that's building. All right, now we're going to come into a straight squat. So feet are going to be parallel to each other. The tailbone kind of sticks out behind you. And we're going to take our arms and just kick the hands back so we activate the triceps, and breathe with it. We'll go for 6. Strong arms. 4. 2 more. And release. Okay, let's drop back into the squat. And this time, airplane arms. Reach them back. Lift the heart a bit. Couple more. And release. And then we'll set our weights down. And we'll come into that squat one more time and just clap the hands behind you together. Keep the heels landing and pushing away from each other. And then reach the arms forward. Back and clap. And reach it forward and come on up. Cleansing breath. And coming into your squat and lifting the arms up at a 45-degree angle. Feel the shoulder blades coming down the back. And then out to the side, not higher than the shoulder. 2 more. And coming to standing. Shake out those legs with all these squats where our legs are getting a good workout. All right, now we'll come with our feet out just a little bit, and we'll end with a few conductor spots to our standing practice. So a little softness in the knees and hips and reaching behind you. So up as you squeeze the glutes, exhale, bring the hands behind you as you come into your bowing conductor. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, float those hands back. Inhale up, exhale back. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more time. And then release. And before we sit down, take a moment to shake out the arms, the legs, letting go of tension that may have built in different muscles as they are worked. We love in yoga to keep our attention very much in the body so we can tend the body in a meaningful way. Coming now to a seat in your chair, and bring yourself forward on that seat to the point where your legs are not on the seat, just your bottom is. And then feel that spine lifted up. We're going to do a little bit of core work here. Lift just the one heel, float that, and feel the activation in the abdomen. Keep a nice strong abdomen, draw it in, and then switch. And you can just let your hands be on the side as you're doing this little bit of marching here and breathing with it. But really feel those deep connections to those abdominal muscles. Breathing as you're marching. Now, if it's not feeling any activation for you, maybe keep the heart lifted and lean back just a bit. And you might feel that activation just a bit more. And now we'll leave both feet down, reach our hands forward, and we'll come forward with the heart and then slowly drift back just till our shoulder blades touch the chair behind us. Inhale forward. Keep a strong spine. Feel the muscles of the abdomen engage as you're coming back. And breathing with it. Beautiful. We want to have strong muscles around the spine. So important for us to keep a strong spine. So we have good muscles of posture, protecting our bones. Protecting all those vertebrae and the cushions between them. Core strength is one of the most valuable forms of strength. Really goes pretty much everywhere from shoulders to knees. All right, now we're going to take it just a little bit different. We're going to bring our arms into cactus, lifting one leg, and exhale, draw that elbow towards it in a twist. So knee towards elbow, exhale. Keep the spine long. Inhale, open, and exhale. Two more. One more. Then we'll take it to the other side. Take a cleansing breath. Lift the other leg. And exhale. Into the twist. Back and open. Exhale. Four more. 3, 2, 1. And release. Shoulder roll. Wrist roll. Let's take and bring our hands to the palm and push the heel of the hand forward for a bit of a forearm stretch. And then the other side. Interlace the hands, push the hands away. An option to bring them up if that's comfortable for your shoulders. Take a bit of a side bend. And the other side. And then let those arms come down. Squeeze the shoulder blades down. And then pausing for a moment to bring our attention to the pelvic floor. Start to draw the pubic bone towards the tailbone and lift the elevator inside, the internal elevator. Exhale as you bring it up, 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 and then holding at the top for 5, 4, you can be breathing, 3, 2, 1, and soften. Cleansing breath. Draw the pubic bone and tailbone together. Draw the elevator up. Many floors here, up, up, up. Get it to the top floor and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release, softening. Cleansing breath. And then we'll go ahead and do that one more time. Engaging the pelvic floor, lifting the elevator up, up, up. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Okay, push the one heel out long. Now when you're in this lengthening of the hamstring, make sure just the bottom is on the seat, not the leg, otherwise you can't stretch your leg well. Draw the toes back towards you, lift your heart a little, and slowly lean the heart towards the front of that knee, so you get a bit of a hamstring stretch there. And then switch to the other side. Extend the other heel, draw the toes back, lengthen through the heart, through the spine, and let the heart come towards the knee. And exhale. Back into a seated posture. Take the ankle across the knee if that's available to you. If not, you don't have to do this stretch. Let the knee drop open a little bit. Keep the knee flexed comfortably and the ankle. Option to turn just a little bit towards that heel as you take that stretch in the outer hip. All right, and then we'll take it on the other side. This number 4 stretch. Lengthen and revolve. Dropping the knee out to the side. And bring that navel up and in. And release. And now let's take our shoulders and roll them a couple times. Gently walk both hands to the side of the thigh, taking a revolution there. And then to the other side. Come back to center, hands on knees, a little cat-cow here as you push the spine back. Inhale to lift the heart, spine back. Back and forth a few times. All right, let's begin to get ourselves ready for our final resting posture, Shavasana. Probably my favorite position is waterfall, but you choose to possibly rest on your mat, on a bed or couch, anything that's available to you that feels comfortable. In waterfall, you're basically going to keep your shins up on top of the chair so that you get a little bit of return blood flow back to the heart. So unfolding the body onto the mat, onto the couch, onto the bed. Take a nice full breath in and slowly exhale as you start to relieve the tension in the body that may have built through practice. And just feel the echo of your work. Bringing to mind the breath as it enters the lungs. And that sense of the breath and the flowing of the air being like a breeze. Blowing through your body as if you were a loosely woven linen cloth. Breathing. And bringing your intention word to mind, the one that has a bit of a feeling tone to it, like we talked about at the beginning of practice. Perhaps you were seeking peace tonight. Where might you feel that in the body? And just imagine, what does peace really feel like? Can you let yourself feel peaceful for a moment? Letting the eyebrows soften and the jaw. Receiving this moment, the breath through the body. Life just how it unfolds, no resistance. Letting the shoulders drift away from the ears a bit, and the arms heavy, legs heavy. And wherever your attention is now, bringing it gently back to that feeling of the breath flowing through the body. Take those breaths that are a little deeper and fuller. And that letting go exhale. Option to begin finding a little movement in your body, possibly engaging in a bit of a stretch. When you're ready, drawing the knees in towards the chest for a little comfort. And you can stay here or join me in a seated posture, where we will close our practice time together. Bringing your hands to heart center. Taking a moment for gratitude for coming to practice, taking the time for practice, and being appreciative of the function of your body. May you know peace. Om Shanti. Namaste. Thank you, friends, for joining us in this evening's practice. May you have a beautiful week. If you'd like to join me and chat now, I would so enjoy that, hearing a little bit about how practice went for you, or any ideas or requests you might have. I'm going to go ahead and move over here and change the camera angle. And you'll see that in one moment as I change the video here, and then I'll open the breakout sessions. There we go. Breakouts.